Chapter 25. Ike woke up with a headache. He crawled to the kitchen with his eyes still shut. Built into the fridge, he used his favorite device, a lovely machine that designed medicine. All he had to do was to insert his finger into a pocket for a daily measurement, and the computer would do the rest.
On average intensity headache.
Key mumbled, still sleepy. The machine accepted the input and proceeded to print a pill for Key to better his health and mood. A cheap lifesaver for every household. While waiting, Key opened the fridge and grabbed something that resembled an apple. It was a low-sugar, high-mineral alkaline jelly. Key had developed an addiction toward those things just to get that rich energy boost to wake up and become fully functional. An artificial apple a day keeps the doctor away. In his case, the doctor was part of his fridge. A long way had the Homo sapiens come from the time living in a cave. A white pill fell into a small square dish. Key grabbed it, threw it into his mouth, and took a big bite of his jelly apple to help him swallow it. He sat down in the chair by the window and enjoyed the slow effect of the medicine and nutrition. The sky was still blue.
Hey!
Hello!
Would you like to meet me today?
He was using his cyber brain to call up a really beautiful girl.
I want to keep myself busy today, but I guess if you come early, I could still have the rest of the day for myself.
She didn't have a brain augmentation, so she answered him on an application on her desktop computer.
Sure thing, babe.
He was still trying to figure out if she liked being called and could be called a babe. She certainly looked like one. Quite dollish, but extremely beautiful. One of those girls that takes all the attention away in a room just by her blossoming looks. She was a beautiful goth girl with silver hair who liked to dress in Asian attire. She was something Key just couldn't help but want. Yet, because of an evolutionary gap, she preferred smaller beta males of lesser intelligence. To Key, it was a complete mystery why she had such poor taste in men. Perhaps she wasn't smart enough to see the greater good in breeding with someone like Key. He told himself so. Maybe she was a little dumb, but Key was willing to forgive such a sin because of her alluring beauty. It didn't take but 10 minutes across the city on the antimatter multi-reactor superbike before Key was identifying himself with the eye scanner outside her door, the very moment she was sipping her first morning coffee.
Hello?
He walked into her sunny studio-type apartment and gave her a hug. She was warm, gentle, and smelled like a dream of Eden. A paradise lost until the discovery of a planet alike it.
Hey, I missed you.
No one ever missed Key but her. She had red contacts in her eyes that day.
I missed you too.
Key, I loved her and wanted her more than any other girl, but he lied. He had forgotten to miss her. Sometimes because he was busy with other girls or things, but mostly because he was selfish and rarely thought about anyone but himself.
You look great.
There was a kinky, wry smile on her nicely formed lips. The shape and color of her kissing tool complemented her Asian dresses. Her nose was flawless, so she didn't really have to compensate for anything with makeup. Half doll, half animal. These things don't mix, but marvelously here they were embracing harmoniously in their existence.
Thanks.
He really did look good, and such a compliment put a smile on his face.
So what's new?
She shone. Her eyes turned glassy and wide, and her heartbeat suddenly drummed a rhythm of excitement, all because Key was around.
Nothing much. Just work, really. I was on the west side for a while. Mostly just work. I can't wait to get back to writing a simulation or something. I don't seem to have the time for that.
Key felt exhausted, mainly mentally drained by trying to solve the impossible riddle of Ore.
You will be fine.
She did have a cruel side that she hid behind her positivity.
What about you, Kim? Still working on your sim?
Key noticed her standing in cute white socks in front of him, so he took his shoes off.
Yes, not even close to done. It's been years already when I think of it. I think I will never finish it. Truth is, I don't even know if I have anything to show for all the time I've wasted. Almost never satisfied with what I do, but I am getting there step by step. Some days, I really have to force myself, and then I hate myself in the evening for getting myself into something like this. Feels like I have signed with the devil. Maybe I will quit. I don't know yet.
She could keep going and going just like her heart kept rushing, beating violently in ecstasy.
I already told you that you could just go ahead and get a brain augmentation. That would make the whole process a lot faster and easier. I respect you for you are willing to do hardcore stuff without plugins. There's purity in your craft. Maybe you will even attain something godlike. Who knows? I firmly believe you really could.
Key was sure that if she just gave in and got a brain augmentation, she could get so much more done in so much less time. Yet she was a perfectionist. She had joined an underground movement, sort of sect that was against brain augmentations and other body modifications. I thought that was the dumbest shit ever.
I can't do that.
She showed her tongue, but really she was almost blushing from shame.
Well, then you would just have to do it the hard and long way.
Key helped himself to some coffee. Kim had the best homegrown coffee in the world, and Key loved it. He was sure Kim was only dragging out the simulation writing process in length because she loved sitting by the computer and drinking coffee all day long. He imagined her just sitting there with spiraling eyes and programming a sim on an endless stream of coffee. He sat down behind the computer that she had placed on the kitchen table. His delicate nose nonchalantly sniffed the coffee with the steam rising up and tickling his tiny mustache. He went through the stuff that she had programmed lately.
Did you hear? Mickey joined the red microbes. He has red hair now with his sides shaved, and he also got a red checkered laser tattoo all over his neck.
The red microbes were a hyperbike gang, officially called a racing organization with a bunch of punks who raced around the city with hacked machines. I thought they looked like a bunch of insecure clowns with nothing better to do, but because Kim liked all kinds of sects and clans, he had to play along as if he really cared for it all. They couldn't understand Kim's obsession with gangs or that kind of shit, as if there was really a necessity for such a thing. Just join the fucking Nazis. Deep down, you know you are one.
I'm happy for him. Sounds really cool.
Mickey was a good friend of Key's. They went to school together. He was a rather silent and calm child, but once he reached adulthood, he got off the hook, off the chain, and started wilding out. Key was convinced that his friend Mickey was smarter than that. Now looking like a punk, he had just become a pawn, racing around till dawn.
Hey, come here. I want to show you something.
She grabbed Key by the hand and dragged him away from his coffee mug right into the bedroom.
What now?
Key confusedly looked around the room and into her eyes.
Here, get down on the bed. Download this.
She pushed him down on the bed. She took off his shirt and then her own.
Okay, what is it?
He watched her unhook her bra. She had wonderful tits. The girl was perfect. She inspired an erection more instant than noodles.
You will see in a second.
She started petting Key. She had a gentle touch that relaxed and turned him on.
Okay, I am running it.
He saw her remove his pants and touch his penis.
Look.
She laughed as she removed her shorts and started riding his cock. Key saw a wild hallucination of her turning into an angel with colorful electric wings mesmerizing him as they fucked. She was riding him and light particles were glimmering in and out of existence. He pushed the girl on her back with her wings underneath and kept giving it to her. Her breasts bouncing and her breathing hastening was too much. He was fucking a beautiful angel. Just before culminating, he pulled it out and ended the ride on her black carpet that she had always groomed neatly, ready for Key to collapse on. Key really wanted to ejaculate inside her this time. In fact, he got back up and put his cock back inside her for a few more pumps.
That was really nice. I loved it.
Key was mind and ball blown.
I made it just for you.
She loved to be loved.
That was so good.
Key fell on his back and looked at the ceiling.
And that was so quick. I have never seen you finish so fast.
The girl was beautiful and kinky.
I have a thing for angels.
Those were meant to be butterfly wings.
Want to have a baby with you. We could have one of those designer babies. Pick out any DNA we want. We could put a few lines from Voltaire in there, or Newton. See how they do in our times. Up to you, really.
Key watched her cute, pretty feet massage and play with his cock.